Hey guys, how we doing today? It's Wally with LearningNet.com, and in today's Chemicloud hosting review, I wanted to share with you guys why is it that you should use them to launch your very next blog, your site, or maybe even like an e-commerce store if you want to sell products online. If you guys are new here to this channel for LearningNet.com, hit the subscribe button, guys, right below, along with the bell, and that way any future videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. So I've been online for several years, and during this period, I've been able to create several websites using WordPress. I like WordPress because it doesn't require the use of HTML or coding. And so if you're a beginner online and you've never created a website, WordPress is really the way to go. There are a lot of web hosting providers that are online. Chemicloud is one of those. They do specialize in different types of hosting solutions. Shared hosting is really great for beginners. VPS is really for people who already have a following online. Maybe you need to be able to support or handle higher volumes of traffic. They also have reseller hosting, which is for people that want to start like their own web hosting business. So if you're a beginner online watching this Chemicloud hosting review, then reseller hosting is not for you. And then there's WordPress specific hosting, which is really geared for WordPress environment. Which of these four types of hosting should you go with? That's what we're going to be talking about briefly today. The main focus is going to be on beginners. If you're a beginner and you've never launched a website online, never done this before, I want to mainly focus in on shared hosting and why is it that you should get started with that first. Keep in mind, guys, that there are some links that are right below in the description portion of this video. When you click on them, it's going to give you up to 75% off today on your web hosting package. Also, if you guys lock in with a term of 3 years, 36 months, you'll get an additional 3 months free off of your plan itself. So it's an absolute amazing deal offered to you guys on this channel, and you can take advantage of it by clicking the very first link that's in the descriptions portion of this video. So as I mentioned before, guys, with shared hosting, it's really designed for beginners online. There are 3 different plans that you can select from. There's a starter, pro, and turbo. Each of these tiers has its own unique benefits. If you just need to create like one website online, that's all you want to do, go with the starter plan itself. If you're like me and you want to have the capability of creating unlimited websites online, maybe for like affiliate marketing, network marketing, direct sales, just other projects that you may have down the road, then I recommend at least upgrading to the pro plan itself. Keep in mind that the absolute best way, guys, that you will save the most money online, this is not only with Chemicloud, but with any web hosting provider online. I don't care if it's SiteGround, it's HostGator, it's Bluehost, Kensa, whoever it is. You need to purchase more web hosting up front. I recommend personally doing at least 3 years. Chemicloud has a 45-day money-back guarantee, so if you feel that they're not for you, like 30 days down the road, you call them up, you get your money back, no problem at all. Amazing web hosting provider. I set up an account with them, and I'm just really amazed with all of the features and resources that you get for so little money. And talking about money and cost itself, with the starter plan itself, you can get it for only $2.95. Absolute amazing deal, guys, for beginners that just want to create one site online. The pro plan is $3.95. The turbo is $4.95. I think it's always best, as I mentioned before, just want to reiterate it, that if you purchase 3 years of web hosting up front, you're going to save the most money with it. You know, like if you're doing like just a year, it's like $50. If you're doing 3 years, you're talking about $100. So obviously you're saving a lot of money by doing that. Of course, you can just purchase 12 months of hosting. It's all up to you guys and what you really want to do based on your personal situation. But me personally, I just recommend that if you're serious about your business, whatever it is that you're promoting or selling online, I highly recommend that you guys get like 3 years or 36 months of web hosting up front. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, guys, in addition to like the very low costs that you'll be taking advantage of today with the links below, is I wanted to talk about reliability. So when you create any site, blog, e-commerce store, you think about costs, but also reliability is extremely important. When people are searching for you online, just like you guys searched for me today and you found this video on YouTube or maybe on my website at learninit.com, when people search for you online with Google, Yahoo, and Bing, they're going to use specific keywords, long tail keywords, to find something very specific that's linked to a product or service that you promote. And so if a person clicks through on your site, from Google, Yahoo, and Bing, and for some reason it's down, this means that you're losing money. You're losing exposure to your brand, and you're losing money or potential sales that you could, earn if the person, landed on your website. But if your site is up and running, which you should be, you're gaining more exposure, and you can gain or earn more potential sales with the products that you sell. And so in the case of Chemicloud, they have very high availability. This is important to know. They maintain an average of 99.99%. Why do I mention this? I mention it because the vast majority of web hosting providers, guys, that you'll see online, be it Bluehost, HostGator, iPage, any of these EIG-owned companies that are very popular, they're highly promoted, online. Most of these may average like 99.9, sometimes 99%. And what that equates to, guys, is basically hours of downtime that your website or business could experience, which means essentially that you're going to lose money. So this is why I recommend that you partner with a web hosting provider that has high availability 24/7, 365 days a year, and that way you won't miss out on any potential sales or people that are trying to locate you online. I also want to talk about customer support. Obviously, you may have questions or you may experience issues that are unexpected, and you want to be able to get in contact with customer support. One of the things that really impressed me about Chemicloud is that they have very fast customer support. I've tried Bluehost, I've tried HostGator, I've been with SiteGround, I've tried different web hosting providers. If you've ever tried like any other web hosting providers or you're with somebody else, just drop it down right below. Let me know who you're with or who you're thinking about migrating from. I've experienced very long wait times of like 30 minutes or more. And it's not fun at all, especially if you have a serious issue at hand that you need fixed right now. You want to be able to speak to somebody really fast. And so in the case of Chemicloud, they have really, really fast customer support by phone, email, and also chat. They're very experienced, they're very knowledgeable, and very professional. Things that I really, really look for with any web hosting provider. Something else that I wanted to do for you guys in preparation of this Chemicloud hosting review is I'm going to link up to Trustpilot. They have an excellent profile with Trustpilot. There you can kind of scan through and look at the different reviews, the feedback from customers just like me and you, who absolutely love their customer support, they love their web hosting, they love the calls, all of the resources. Just take a few moments, guys. I'm going to link through that right below. That way you guys can check out that site, and you can see, again, a lot of the positive experiences. They have like a 98% like 5-star ratings. Like the vast majority of the reviews that you'll see on Trustpilot, 98% of those reviews rather gave them 5 stars. So that really says a lot. You don't see that with a lot of Chemicloud's like competitors or alternatives that are out there. A lot of them have low ratings, especially if it's an EIG owned company. And so again, that's something that I wanted to highlight with you guys. That's really, really important to me. Something else that I wanted to talk about, guys, is security. I was looking online and I saw a stat that mentioned that in upwards of like 30,000 websites are hacked each and every minute. Not each and every day, but each and every minute. So imagine that if your website goes unprotected by a web hosting provider, your website potentially could be hacked and your data and info could be stolen. In the case of Chemicloud, they've taken several proactive steps to protect your website 24/7, 365 days a year. And this is something that, again, I looked into before I got started with them. They have malware scanning and also removal. So if your website came down with a malware, was injected with malware, they will remove that for you completely free. Why is that important? Well, if you had to pay somebody like a web developer, they were probably charging upwards of, like several hundred or even thousands of dollars, depending on how large the site is, just to remove that malware. And this is a feature and benefit that comes free with any of your Chemicloud plans itself. So whether you just want to get like a shared plan, or you're going for VPS, a WordPress plan, what have you, you fully cover with malware, viruses, DDoS protection, all of these things. Every web hosting provider should provide these to you. Some provide them, but they may provide it like as an add-on, where you can add it on for like an additional fee. But with Chemicloud's case, they actually give it to you for free, bundled in with all of the packages itself. They also do provide site backups. So this is another great security measure. You're going to protect all of your data, your work, on your website. And that way, if something does happen to your site, you can always restore it within a click. Something that I wanted to talk about next that's really, really important for any website online, any blog, any e-commerce store is deliverability of your website itself. So obviously when you create content on your site, just like my site for learninit.com, I'll link up to it right below. You'll see that there's tons of content, tons of like posts, publications that I have like on the site itself. And so I get tons of visitors, not only from the US, but from Europe, Asia, all around the world. And so what really helps the website to balance or to handle hundreds of thousands of visitors that land, on the site are CDNs. Again, CDNs it's a feature that some web hosting providers offer. They may charge you for it, be it if it's like a shared or a managed, WordPress hosting provider. Some charge for this feature, but you get a free content delivery network included with any of the plans that you go with. So you need this, guys. That way you can manage or handle high volumes of traffic, no matter where it's coming from. And the web hosting provider, with this CDN, it allows your pages, your content to be delivered within seconds. And so, websites that rank high on Google's first page tend to be websites that load really fast. Google looks for at least 3 seconds or less, and that's what you need. And so, websites that have CDNs promote fast page loads, and that's exactly what you need and what you're getting with Chemicloud. So that's one of the things that I wanted to mention, amongst some others that I wanted to highlight in this hosting review. There's several different data centers, 17 of which that I counted. And typically when you get started with most web hosting providers, they may automatically set you up with a data center based on like where you live at. For example, I'm based in the US, but I travel like back and forth to Mexico. And so if you live in Mexico, you might be paired with a data center that's closest to you, maybe like Dallas or somewhere else. And you can always switch that up if you want based on where your customers are coming from. And so I just love the flexibility of not only being able to select amongst like various data centers, but again, you're going to be able to cater like better to your customers, if that makes sense. And so what you want to do, guys, is that you want to select a data center that's closest to where the vast majority of your customers are coming from. Your customers are coming from the US, select a data center from the US. If they're coming from Asia, select one in Asia. If they're coming from Australia, you select one from there, and so on. I hope that really makes sense. If it doesn't, drop a comment right below, and I'll be more than happy to assist you guys with that. So as I mentioned before, in the case of Chemicloud, if you're a beginner online, go with a shared web hosting plan itself. There are 3 that you can select from: the Starter, Pro, and Turbo plans. Start off with the Starter plan. It'll allow you to host one site. If you want the capability or flexibility to host like several sites online, maybe 2, 3 sites or so, go with at least a Pro plan. That's what I like, and I recommend that for you guys. They do have a 45-day money-back guarantee. And so again, if you feel that Chemicloud is not for you, then again, just reach out to customer support. They're amazing guys. They're really fast, and they'll give you your money back. You also do get a free domain name with your purchase today for the very first year. So that's a savings, $15 to $20, give or take, for .coms. If you went to like a place like GoDaddy or somewhere else. So it's a nice savings that you're getting today with your web hosting package. Let me know, guys, which plan you're thinking about going with. Again, all the links will be right below. Take advantage of them. You'll be able to get up to 75% off today, plus 3 months off free if you guys lock in with a term of at least 36 months, guys. Remember, if you lock in with more web hosting up front, you're going to save a lot of money both on the front and the back end. This is what I recommend for all beginners that are absolutely serious about doing business online. If you guys found value with this Chemicloud hosting review, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button, show your support for this YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way future videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. Hope you guys have an amazing day and much success this year going forward. Take care.